everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial, and today we are painting the all-new Infernal Razers for the Helsmiths of Hashut. However, today we're not going to be painting them as the Forge Anathema, we are in fact going to be painting them as the Ur-Zorn, which is one of the other ziggurats, sub-factions of the Helsmiths of Hashut. It's this sort of tealy, greeny, bluey one. So that's what we're going to be doing. And so a massive thank you goes to Games Workshop, who sent me this one early to build up and paint with all of you. And so we're going to jump in and we're going to start doing that. Now, they're not particularly difficult here. So what we're going to do is we're going to mostly just focus on our champion, just there. But we will be painting up the others alongside as we go along. So, it's been primed in grey Seer, and the colour we're going to be using first is Kroxigor Scales. And we're going to be applying this over the top of the lower robe. With that Kroxigor Scales applied, we've also applied it to their cummerbunds as well, just to point that out. But the colour that we're going to be using next is some Terradon Turquoise. I'm going to apply this over the top. So with that all done, we're now going to move on to another colour, and we're going to take some Black Legion. I'm going to apply this over the top of the sort of cloth of the scale mail, like so. I'm going to apply this over the top of all of our other Infernal Razors' beards and hair, but not this one. Instead, this one we're going to give them a grey beard. Have a little bit of variation in the unit. And we're going to apply the Black Legion over the top of their gloves and any leather pouches that might be scattered around, as well as the scabbards of their knives. So with that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Agrax Earthshade. I'm going to apply this over top of all of their skin. For this individual, and only this individual, we're going to take some Nuln Oil. And we're going to apply this over top of the beard and the hair. So with that all done, we're then going to take some Wyldwood and we're going to apply this over top of the grips of the little daggers. And so with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Iron Warriors. And we're going to apply this over the top of the sort of mechanical parts of the gun. So this is going to be the barrel of the weapon and the main body of the weapon. But that's it. With all that Iron Warriors applied, we're then going to take a roughly 1-to-1 mix of Black Templar and Lahmian Medium, and we're going to apply this over the top of it. So with that all done, believe it or not, we're going to take some thinned down Leadbelcher. I'm going to apply this over top of all of our remaining details. So with that all done, it's time to add some shades. And the first of these is going to be some Reikland Fleshshade. I'm going to apply this over the top of their skin. With that all done, we're then going to take some Poxwalker and we're going to apply this over top of all of our Leadbelcher silver. And so with that Poxwalker all applied, we're then going to take some Nuln Oil and we're going to apply this over top of the sort of tealy stuff and the black. So with that all done, our Infernal Razers from Ur-Zorn are now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready. It's looking pretty good. However, we're not going to leave it there, of course not. We're going to take it to the next level. We're going to do this by adding some layers and some highlights. Now the first of these is going to be a highlight. It's going to be some thinned down Temple Guard Blue. I'm going to use this to highlight the sort of tealy, bluey bits. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Leadbelcher. And we're going to use this to relayer the flat open panels of the silver. Now this is pretty much just going to be on the plate metal. Just like that sort of thing. And we're just going to avoid the recesses, so we keep that lovely green shading going on. So with that all done, we're then going to take some thinned down Ironbreaker. I'm going to use this to highlight all of the silver. And as if they weren't tealy enough, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Kroxigor Scales. I'm going to apply this over the top of any gems. So with that all done, we then take some thinned down Russ Grey. And we're going to use this to highlight the black leather. So this is going to be the bit with the... Let's just turn it over. This is going to be the bit with the scale mail on, the gloves, and the scabbard. With that Russ Grey all applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Corax White. I'm going to use this to highlight just this guy's beard and hair. That Corax White applied to the other beard, we're going to take some Dawnstone. I'm going to apply that to these beards. So with that all done, we then take some thinned down Flayed One Flesh. I'm going to use this to highlight their skin. So with that Flayed One Flesh applied, we then take some Berserker Bloodshade and we apply this over the top of the bottom lip and the tongue, if it's out. And with that all done, we then take a teensy tiny little dot of Evil Sunz Scarlet. And we're going to apply this over the top of the eyeballs. And with that all done, we then take some Screaming Skull. We use this to pick out the teeth. And so to finish off our Infernal Razers, we're going to take some Tesseract Glow. And we're going to apply this inside these sort of runey bits, or vents, whatever they are, on the guns at the back here. We're going to apply this over the top of the inside of the barrel of the weapon. Like that. And if there are any grenades, which some of them have, there's one, we're going to apply this over that as well. And so with the base is now complete, in the same style as all of the rest of the Helsmiths of Hashut, our Ur-Zorn Infernal Razers are now finished. And I actually quite like this scheme. It's very simple and it's very, very, very quick to put together, which, you know, actually makes it really, really effective. And it looks really cool. It's very translatable across the rest of the Helsmiths of Hashut, this one. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/Warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done, scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.